We have seen how the splitting procedure works. An impurity criterion is chosen, the variance is regression, Gini or entropy in classification. The impurity reduction is calculated for each possible split, all directions are considered, and the split with the largest impurity reduction is chosen. Now that we have seen the procedure for selecting the splits within the tree, we will still have to define the stopping criterion, allowing us to specify when a cell stops being divided. This stopping criterion can take various forms. The division of the cell stops when all its observations have the same label. This phenomenon often occurs in classification, but is quite rare in regression. So we need to specify another criterion. We can choose to stop the splitting procedure when there is no more reduction of the impurity criterion. You can also choose a stopping criterion according to the number of observations, stopping the splitting procedure if the resulting cells contain less than mean samples leaf data. This parameter is fixed to 1 by default, or if the cell in question contains less than mean sample split data, 2 by default. You can also choose a stopping criterion related to the structure of the tree. The splitting of a cell stops when the cell has been split max depth times. By default, this parameter is infinite. Note that the last three stopping criteria lead to the so-called fully grown trees, i.e. trees whose leaves contain a very small number of observations, here 1 by default. These trees contain as many leaves as there are observations in the dataset. The splitting criterion and the stopping criterion have been specified. Now we recall the prediction rule used to provide a prediction once the tree is built. Two cases are to be distinguished. In regression, the prediction is computed as the average of the yi's within a leaf. The mathematical expression for this prediction is given in equation 6, where ANX is a cell containing X and ANX is the number of points in the cell ANX. Here the indicator accounts for the fact that only the points xi falling in the cell ANX, containing X by definition, are taken into account for computing the prediction. In classification, the prediction results from a majority vote and takes this form for a K-class classification problem with the same notations as above. The notation argmax corresponds to the index among the set 1K, maximizing the quantity defined in 7. We have thus defined the whole construction of a tree by specifying the splitting criterion using an exhaustive search based on the reduction of an impurity criterion, the stopping criterion leading to fully grown trees by default, and the prediction rule, average or majority vote. These are the elements you have to choose when implementing a decision tree in practice.